Hello, welcome. My name is Arun Arzarel, and this is the first volume to Insights on Martial Science. We're going to have different impacts and different influences through this whole segment. There's going to be different parts. We're going to take different martial arts and kind of study the science behind each different one. Today's first art we're going to take a look at is Capoeira. Capoeira was an Afro-Brazilian art created for a revolution in Brazil by the slaves during the 15 and 1600s, when the slaves were first brought from Africa to Brazil. They participated in right to ritual games as far as from Angola. The game Angola, which derives from the country Angola and from West Africa, was a dance developed for male that does this dance correctly, or does it with the most, with the less chances of getting hit, chance to get a wife without paying the dowry. So that dance derived from zebra movements. So from that, we get the basis of what Capoeira is and what it became when it went to Brazil. So as we go through this segment, we will take a look at certain moves and certain techniques that are used in Capoeira that a lot of people may or may not understand very generally. In general speaking, Capoeira is a martial art that looks something like a dance. Most people assimilate it to breakdancing. Breakdancing was developed in the mid-70s after the influxuation of Capoeira from Brazil to America and New York, probably in late 1960s, the early 70s, by people like João Granzi, Master Marias, people of that nature. They came to America to do a demonstration, and from there it led to breakdancing revolutions throughout the 70s and the 80s. So, from that being said, Capoeira is still with us today, and it grows, and it matures as it grows through different terms of events and different places and characteristics where it's at. So right now we're going to take a look at where it really developed in the homeland of Brazil. In Brazil, there's a lot of trees, there's a lot of places we can go and hide. So Capoeira was primarily used to be an elusive art, an art that uses disguise, deception, something that gets the person to think outside of being, frightened of the person that they're trying to attack. So in other words, you look at the characteristics of the person that practices Capoeira. Usually they're a slave or a person that's oppressed or depressed in a situation where they can't get out of. So most people use that as a sense of their security, being frightened or being scared. If you let a person think that you're weak and that you have no power, more than likely they're going to let their guard down because they're not going to be as susceptible to think that you're going to do something to them. And that's kind of what the base of Capoeira is when we use it as a self-defense. And this part of the segment, I'm going to go through different warm-up exercises